And we are back live here on Syn FM in the studios on a Tuesday afternoon. You are with Max and Brianna and two comedians who are doing a debut on Channel 31 for their series premiere, Crack Up Lab. Welcome, Linus Lane and Rommeus Lane. How are you guys doing today?
Cheers.
We're great. Thank you very much for having us.
No problem. So you guys, stand-up comedians. You got your first show on Channel 31 on Friday night. Starts at 10:30. It's your premiere. Linus, you're a stand-up comedian, also a cartoonist and a teacher, a part-time teacher. Also produced, done the opening credits, logos, graphics, and just about everything on the show. And then also you, Rommeus, you do the impersonations and a lot of really good content on the show. So can you guys tell us more about that?
Wow, I just feel tired after hearing all that. Do I really do all these things?
Well, yeah, that's what was said in the email.
Can I see that piece of paper? That doesn't sound right.
Does it?
Oh my God. I need to get a life. How do
Yeah,
I have a girlfriend? I don't even know how I fit a girlfriend in with that. That's insane.
Oh, well, as long as you're enjoying life, you obviously enjoy it if you do that much work. You put a lot of time and effort into it. And both you got, by the way, brothers. Did I say that?
Yes, that's right. We are brothers.
Okay.
That's it.
Like, if I say something and then he says something,
Something.
well, you can see there's not a lot of difference in our voices.
You
That's
guys know
growing up in the same house.
exactly what each other are thinking. Is
I've
that
got
right?
no idea what he's thinking at all.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
probably
it's
a
like,
good thing.
It's like one of those sorts of relationships where you just don't really know. What about?
It's what keeps it real. It's what keeps the spark alive.
Yeah, that's
The
good because there's
spontaneity.
always that element of I don't know what he's going to say next. That's what keeps the audience interested. For those of you who want to text in and ask any questions to Rommeus and Linus, sorry, I might get those names mixed up a couple of times. And you can probably tell that they sound a little bit similar. That's probably because they are brothers. We're going to get some impersonations later from Rommeus Lane because he does that really, really well. 0427 767 767. If you have anything to ask these guys, would love to hear from you guys. So starting with Rommeus, we were talking about this earlier. Now, I've heard that you were telling a joke. I think you were saying something earlier, and you've said you've learned to self-censor yourself because apparently stand-up comedians live in fear because you can be fined on the spot for swearing if a policeman hears you. So you've sort of learned to self-censor.
Yeah, well, I guess every time I felt like a swear word was going to emerge, I'd try and censor it. So if I was annoyed or something and I'd try and say something I was going to swear, I might just leave the word out or bleep it, if you will.
Yeah. So you just sort of. So can you give us an example? So
I'll try. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Today at work was really hard, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore, and I just was like, yeah.
Yeah. So you just sort of learned to, every time your vocal cords sort of just know when a swear word's coming on, just silence, just
Silence.
cut it out.
It's beautiful silence.
Absolutely, that's
Silence
perfect.
It helps that I'm a real square because he hangs out with me a lot, and I don't like swear. I'm a teacher. I have to watch my public image, and so I've actually kind of encouraged him to keep it clean. like we live together, and it's like PG. Like you could stream it on TV, and it would be fine. Like it's all clean. It's all clean, folks.
Oh well, the cleanliness is good because some people think that some comedians go over the top with the swear words a little bit because it's a common thing. Comedians like to use the swear words. Has it always been one of those things for you? Have you always liked to swear or liked to not swear, or was this like a later adaptation that you gained?
I think like most people, when people start swearing because they don't have anything clever to say.
Yeah.
So they'll use a swear word. But a lot of my material on stage when I'm performing is clean anyway. And so I'll use things like innuendos, but I'll never actually say a swear word or anything. It's mainly just like everyday life when I don't want to sound like a bogan.
We have a text. Brianna, would you like to read it? That's right, Brianna is here with us, the co-host for Amplify. Brianna, what does the text say?
Okay, well, someone sent in that they've seen Rom do a killer Liam Neeson impersonation.
As well as Jesse from Breaking Bad.
Pressure's on.
Oh, really?
And we were going to get some impersonations, but to keep the suspense, we're going to save it until after this song. And we're back also with Rommeus and Linus. Welcome back, guys.
Thanks for
worries.
having us
Thanks for
again.
having us.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Having fun.
Now, for those of you, someone's also texted in. So don't slip and say exclamation point X. Yeah, you know that. Yeah, that stuff for the texting slang for swear words, except it's not really swear words. 'Cause, so we're talking about the Liam Neeson impersonation because someone who apparently knows you and has heard you do an impersonation of that, as well as Jesse from Breaking Bad. Now I've never heard that. But this person said he's amazing, so we're going to hear the Liam Neeson impersonation. This is from Taken, the movie, so just go for it. This is Rommeus Lane. This is not actually Liam Neeson. I probably shouldn't have said that, because then people would have thought we actually had Liam Neeson in the studio.
The illusion has been destroyed.
Damn it! Oh, God, that was a rookie mistake. Anyway, Rommeus Lane doing his Liam Neeson impersonation. Let's hear it.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills that I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I'll not look for you. I'll not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you, I will find you, and I'll kill you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, that was Liam Neeson, guys.
We actually have to stop in there because he will do the whole film.
Yeah.
Okay, he will do the whole film.
That.
Don't encourage him.
Yeah, I reckon we totally could have actually gotten away. That was so good. Where did you learn to do an impersonation like that?
I think I've always had sort of like a photographic memory, and it's also helped me with sound bites.
Oh, okay.
And so I can like watch a film once and remember pretty much most of the dialogue, what they were wearing, and I just listened to a voice once, and I can usually pick up most of the sounds and the qualities of the voice. So.
Oh wow, that's a good skill to have. Yeah. You can fool a lot of people with that. Play some jokes.
Yeah.
My brother also has
jokes.
a really like incredible attention to detail. Like we're in the middle of a movie and he'll be like, "Oh my god, there's a continuity error. Like his sock is 1 inch higher than it was in the previous shot." And I'm like, "Romy, I'm in the cinema. I paid $20 for this. I'm just trying to enjoy the film.
Yeah.
I don't care about the continuity errors."
Oh yeah, well especially like in action films, there's probably a lot of them that we don't realize, but we're just too stuck in the action. So yeah, and have you heard of CinemaSins? On YouTube, if you're good at picking out little mistakes like that, then CinemaSins on YouTube, on movie. This guy who just points out all the mistakes in a movie, in any movie. He's done Taken, he's done various movies. So definitely should check that out because that is absolutely hilarious. A good laugh. Now we're going to talk more about the premiere on Friday night, and Brianna, I hear you have a question for Linus about it, so take it away.
So, what made you want to get into comedy?
I think I always had a suspicion somewhere in my mind that I was a bit of a goofball. I remember the first time someone said to me, "You're funny." I think I was like 8 or something, and I was hanging out with my friends, and I wasn't even trying to be funny, but they were just laughing, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's something that's a skill I have. And I didn't actually try stand-up comedy till I was in my mid-20s. I got a lot of my comedy out of my system during high school. Just asked my chemistry or math teacher. They hated my guts.
The class clown, yeah?
Yeah, pretty
Absolutely.
much. Yeah, in fact, it was even worse. There was like 3 class clowns, and we just kind of like completely ruined everyone's education at that school. But we had fun doing it. That's the main thing. And
absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't try it till I was 25, but I had a really good first gig because I did a stand-up comedy course, and so they prepped us for it. And when I finally did the gig, it was a really warm, receptive room full of lovely people, and they laughed at everything I said, and I was like, wow, this is so easy. Like, I could so do stand-up comedy. The next gig I did at a pub in Melbourne fell totally flat. Ooh. Big come down, and I was like, ooh, not every audience is quite that forgiving.
Yeah.
So
some people can be really picky.
Yeah, and it's just the roller coaster ride, stand-up comedy. It's ups and downs and thrills and spills.
You see the guys on TV; they actually make it look really easy. Like the really good comedians.
Oh yeah.
You think they you look at them and everyone's laughing, they're having a good time, and everything's just flowing, and you think, oh yeah, I could do that, but you forget how hard it actually would be, and to remember stuff. So that's why I sort of just got to stand back and really admire the stand-up comedians for entertaining us, because it's a lot harder than it looks, and
totally, and
it would be very daunting.
Yeah, absolutely. And even the professional comedians like Jim Mullen, I saw him on TV the other night talking about how he did a gig the other day and it just fell flat and he just died on stage. So even the world's best comedians still have bad gigs every now and then.
Yeah, no, it happens to everyone, and you know what? It just brings up that whole philosophy. Can you say the word for me?
I think you're dying right now. This is a great example of choking. Philosophy.
Yeah, philosophy. Oh, I think I study philosophy at school, I think. Oh, I studied it, so I should know the word. Oh.
No, it's always a tricky one.
Yeah, it is a tricky one. It's one of them tongue twister ones. But anyway, yeah, it's like the no one's perfect kind of thing. So even if you are the best in the world, you'll make a mistake every now and then. But, the part of being a stand-up comedian is like you can just... Not only can you have a laugh, you can have a laugh at yourself as well. So sort of just stand back and say, haha, I stuffed that up. And then you sort of move on. So
totally, that's it. And often you'll get a bigger laugh at acknowledging a fail on stage, and you will if the joke actually goes well.
And Arch Barker did it perfectly. He stuffed up a joke 3 times in a row, and everyone loved it. It was almost like it was a joke to stuff up a joke.
You can't do that at a violin concert, but at a comedy gig,
it
flies.
Definitely wouldn't work. We are currently with Rommeus and Linus, Amplify and Syn on Tuesday afternoon. You're with Brianna as well.
You're listening to Syn 90.7 FM. If you have a text you'd like to send in, text to 0427767767. This year, this holiday season, this Friday night, a stand-up competition, 25 comedians, 3 hosts, and 1 social experiment, and a license to thrill. Only on Channel 31, Fridays at 10:30.
Oh my goodness. God. That was the epic... Was it Epic Man voice?
Epic Movie Guy?
Epic Movie Guy. Oh, Epic Movie Guy voice impersonation once again by Rommeus. That was absolutely perfect. You nailed it. It's literally, even the part at the end where he goes a little bit deeper, you got that little bit as well. You get the details right. And that was, so those of you who are free, or even if you're not free, cancel whatever you're doing and watch this show, because I reckon it's going to be absolutely amazing. 10:30 this Friday night, as you heard in the promo by Epic Movie Man. 10:30 starts the premiere of Crack Up Lab, and it is a competition. It's to turn by science. Do you just want to run through that one more time?
Sure.
What the show is going to be about?
Yeah, it's set in a laboratory. Every week, 5 local comedians come in, and they perform. And the winner for each week is determined via the crack-up meter, which basically measures the audience's laughter. So it's a scientific device that is designed to measure the audience's laughter, and the comedian who gets the most laughs, according to that, wins. And I play a lab assistant on the show. There's a nutty professor, a Dr. Crackup, who's running the whole thing. My friend David Matson plays that character, and Rommeus plays the voice of Hans, the talking computer.
Oh, nice. So there's a talking computer in it. So is that the sort of like the person who judges who's really good? Or is that like the score for like the who's like how loud the
Yeah, so basically
is?
The computer's job in the show is to run the crack-up meter.
Oh,
and
okay.
He figures out all the data and determines who had the loudest response from the audience's laughter.
And the name HANS is an acronym for Humour Analysis Network System.
Oh, wow. So that's really clever.
Yeah.
That is really clever. Well, you know what, guys? It sounds like it's going to be absolute rip. I reckon you get plenty of hits, and I reckon, who knows, we might be seeing it on commercial TV one day.
You.
No, seriously.
Make us blush.
It sounds like a really good idea, and I think I'm definitely going to tune into that. I've got nothing to do on a Friday night anyway, so... and I definitely... If I'm going to spend my Friday night doing anything, definitely be watching this. Once again, Channel 31, this Friday night at 10:30, premiere of Crack Up Lab comedy show. It is a series, very first show. Thank you very much for coming, guys. Rommeus and Linus Lane.
Thank you so much for having us, Brown and Max. It was all good.
Yes, no problem, guys. Thank you very much.